Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining this today webinar of the Lobbybase webinar series. Today, we're going to talk about common issues in mall securities and also on how to improve those systems. My name is Damien, and I'm the technical onboarding specialist here at Lobbybase. And with me today is the CEO of Lobbybase, Abigail Ebenezer. She's going to talk about how to improve the security in the mall overall and some other things that might come up shortly. From here, I would like to hand it over to Abigail.
All right. Thank you, Damien. It's good to be back again to this series. And today, like Damien said, we have a lot to talk about. The agenda for today, we are looking into the malls, mall security. There are quite a number of challenges: security firms, mall owners, mall security, and all the stakeholders are looking to, people have different questions from everywhere. And because we do discuss, meet, relate with, and also get questions from different areas. So we thought of bringing all those questions together and looking at it from a bird's eye view. And my name is Abigail Ebenezer Gabriels, just like Damien had introduced. I'm the CEO of Lobbybase. And we are going to go ahead into the first subtopic that we're looking at under the subject today. So we're looking at the mall, the people. Okay, what comes to mind when you go out there to the mall? You have different people, business owners, shoppers, teens and the twins looking to go get their stuffs done at the mall. Then also you have the bad actors also in the mall. So, but generally, the people that we are looking to secure, we're looking to secure the facility, but we need to approach it from the people, and we put a group of people together that we're going to be looking at security issues affecting these people and also the mall as a whole. We look at the mall tenants. So this will be the retailers in the mall, different store units. Operations are run from different store units. You have the staff of this retailer, and you also have the mall staff. You also have customers coming to shop. You also have now the people outside. These are the people in the public space outside of the mall. So all those people are the people that we are looking at, and we're going to be discussing how to improve and provide safety. So going forward, we are also going to be looking at the types, the common types of incidents that we find in the mall. Okay, we have a survey research by a researcher named Chicomber, conducted in 2012. He had recorded quite a number of security incidences that we see all around. Also, this is also seen every day when you go to the mall. In fact, we have people who have had experiences working in the mall or visiting the mall, and there is incidents happening. Well, some of these incidents that we're discussing today, sometimes you have car theft in the mall, you have shoplifting, you also have the situation of lost children, you have general damage of property, you have hit and run, you have the incidents arising from unlocked doors, you have general assault outside the mall, violence, drug and substance abuse, you have lost and found situation, you have public drinking, urinating, people doing their private business in public spaces, illegal vending, quite a number of things. Then you also have the situation where staffs could get violent. You also have people bringing their domestic violence issue to work. A lot of car breaking situation is found in malls. So Damien, do you want to talk about some of these issues that is being faced, especially in the area of lost children, people reporting and things like this?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So those issues Abigail just mentioned are common issues in malls in particular. So one are more heavy than others, such as shoplifting or lost children. And a good way to counter this is to be present. So there are a few systems you can place inside a mall, a shopping mall. There are guards that can patrol certain areas, and there are surveillance cameras that can, monitor certain areas. Each system has its benefits and its downsides. So a video camera, for example, it can help to prevent crimes at some point, but it's more used for helping the officials and police to solve the crime case a lot quicker with video footage and stuff like that. Patrols, on the other hand, are more present, so people can actually walk up to them, talk to them if they have questions. And they also show presence in terms of if someone tries to do, if someone tries to steal something and he just sees a guard walking by, this usually is enough to prevent the person from putting stuff in its pockets. So vehicle-related crimes such as hit and runs are more often in parking lots. You try to park your car, but then you hit a mirror from another car and you don't want to pay the fine, or you don't want to get in contact with your insurance. So you just start up your car again and just leave. This is also a common issue with larger parking lots, but also smaller parking lots might have those issues. What I see more often is lost children's. Children's like to play, especially in fashion stores. They try to hide under jackets. They try to hide from the family. And if the family just look away for a few seconds, the child might be gone. He might be hiding somewhere and the family couldn't find him. And this is a good way to place guards, for example, because it helps, first off, the persons that are shopping in the mall, to have a contact person that can actually help them with those kind of problems.
Sounds good. Yes, sounds
Yeah.
good. Yes, thanks for sharing more insights in this area. Here, obviously, definitely guards, and also you touched on the security benefits of having the guards, they're present, and also for the camera, this is post-event when the event has already occurred. So this is very interesting. I also see people starting to drop questions. Yes, we will still get to the questions. So please go ahead and put in your questions. And at the end of the segment, we are going to take as much as we can. So I'm going to move on into the next subtopic that we are addressing today. So we're looking at the spaces in the mall. Okay, we want to look at the spaces that we need to secure, and also the places that are prone to security threats. Individual store units, like Damien says, sometimes fashion stores, you have lost children in these places. They're playing around and suddenly they get lost in the clothes, in the closet, in the changing room, restroom somewhere, or by the vending machine. So you have security threats in mall spaces. So we're looking at these mall spaces. You have the retailer store units. You have the public spaces. You're talking about places like the parking lots. A lot of things happen in the parking lots. This is where car theft, car break-ins, people's purse, wallet got stolen, people are assaulted, violence. You have all those things happening. Also, you have the stairwells, escalators. Sometimes people are prone, especially children, on escalators. So these are also areas to watch. You have elevators. In the elevators is where also if you have a fire event, what happens to the elevator if suddenly an elevator stops working? Quite a number of item areas to check here. You also have the restrooms. We talked about the parking lot. Some malls you have basements. Then you also have the facility management areas, the office leasing, the security offices itself, and also restricted areas. Each of these areas are prone to different kind of threats. For example, the office, the store unit, we talked about different threats we see here. Public spaces, you see different ones here. Stairwells, okay? Sometimes when people steal items, the shoplift, some people hide in the stairwell. Some people put their strollers somewhere, the stuff inventory with the strollers and things like this. We've seen quite a number of these types of reports. Also in the escalator, people are prone to fall here. So, or when the escalator is being maintained, or where there is maintenance, or when the escalator is broken, we also should take the right measures here as well. Then also the restroom is another place where you have all sort of people going into the restroom as well. So if there is a guard patrol in place, these are major areas to watch out. Also the basement, who is going into the basement, because most of the elevators goes down into the basement, okay? Now we have the facility management areas. These are places that could be prone to security threats from internal employees, okay? You have people working there. There is bound to be conflict, and if this conflict gets escalated, not resolved, you could also have a security threat here when somebody just pulls up a gun or something, or a disgruntled employee comes to work, to fight other people, or you've had situations, especially where you have offices, you have situations where aggravated spouse come to the workplace to assault their husbands or their wives. You have those situations. Then you have security offices. These places are prone to criminal targets, where they know that the security people are in there taking their break, and sometimes we've had situations where security firms are saying at the vulnerable state of these security officers in their security offices, this is where they were attacked. So different kind of spaces would require advanced security planning based on the type of threat that is these areas are prone to. So also going forward, we know that when we look at it from the people standpoint, from the spaces standpoint, we also need to look at it in terms of how this all comes together, okay? How does this all come together? Okay, there are the people we need to protect. There is a mall security protecting people. There is also the security, different security groups operating within a mall, looking to secure a mall, a facility, and also the people engaging in the facility. So how do we get all those security outlets? Yes, obviously they have the same goal. The goal is to provide security. But sometimes one of the challenges that we are getting in terms of questions from clients, one of the major challenges is this, okay? The people that we are protecting, how do we get them to participate in our security efforts, okay, when they come to the mall? And we're going to talk about this momentarily, okay? How do we get these people to participate? We're getting them safety, but how do we get them to work with us to provide them safety when they visit the mall? That's one of the questions that we're getting. But before we go into that question, we must identify and realize that the people that we are protecting, the mall security that is being brought in to secure the mall, the retailers sometimes have their own personal, their own business security to watch over their store as well. And also there are external security vendors, okay? Sometimes you have some malls where you have banking ATMs. These vendors are in charge of bringing funds into the ATM and also taking out cash for deposits, okay? Then you also have these external vendors working with all these retailers as well. They come to take cash before closing to the bank, or they come to deposit cash prior to opening. And you have the law enforcement. So for the mall security, if the mall security sees something, okay, how can they ensure that they're working with the retail in-store securities as well as the external vendors, and obviously with the local enforcement, and of course the people that we're securing? So the moment we begin to look at security stakeholders coordination, or the lack thereof, as a major way to improve security outcomes in retail malls, the earlier we begin to see results. We begin to see results as well. So I'm going to go into the next slide in terms of some of the tools and some of our recommendations. To be able to get people to work with us, customers, people coming into the mall, to provide them security, to be able for security companies, security organizations, security teams to be able to get people to work with them. One of the first things you should be looking at in your mall is digital signage, okay? Communication, how we communicate with them. Digital signage, where you put on display, see something, say something, lock your doors, be aware of your environment. If you see something, call mall security, speak to a patrol person, a patrol security on guard. A patrol security is always patrolling. If you see something, speak to them or call them on this number. This is the way out. So digital signage can really revamp communication. It can really do a lot to help us inform the people that we're securing to work with us in major ways. You also have security cameras, smart cameras, also in major strategic places as well, to let people know that, and also to put signs that this area is under surveillance, okay? In the parking lot, in the basement, in remote areas, in secluded areas. Then also centralized communication amongst the stakeholders. If something happens in the mall, there should be systems in place that would connect a security guard with an in-store security, also with external vendors to alert them to make sure that they know that something is happening in the mall. So there should be centralized communication and notification tools. And also, sometimes you have children going to the mall, okay, maybe even for events and for parties, especially during summer. We usually encourage the use of QR code bracelets, okay, when you're running events or when you're renting out your mall space for events involving children. Use a QR code bracelet. That way, children are secured. You can check in children to the event happening in the mall, and you can know where they are. You can track them with some of these tools. So right now at this moment, I'm going to open it up for questions to see what questions are coming in, Damien, so that we can answer even as much as we can before we round it up for the day.
All right, sure. So let's see. How much devices can I connect to the installation?
Okay, looks like we need further clarification on that question. So what installation and what device are you looking for? If you're still online with us, I would like the person who asked the question to clarify more on that. So while we wait for them, maybe we can take the next question.
All right, can I connect my existing CCTV system? I think if they have a CCTV camera system in place.
Yes. So depending on the solution that you're looking at, we do have solutions that you can integrate your existing IP cameras to Lobbybase. So depending on the kind of cameras you currently have, our systems are mostly compatible with IP cameras. Yes, you can integrate if you have IP cameras to our systems as well. So depending on your security goals. So I hope that answers your question.
All right.
You can take the next one.
Is there a waypoint system to plan routes?
Is there a what?
A waypoint system, like waypoints for patrols.
Okay, so to plan their route, is that correct? Okay, so what usually happens is this, okay? We usually have a diagram. So some of the malls that we are securing, they usually have facility diagrams, like all those drawings in existence where you can configure this to your spaces, tab inside Lobbybase. So mainly it kind of gives the overview, the visual representation of how your mall looks. And that way, you are able to actually plan your patrol route for your security teams using this tool on Lobbybase spaces.
Okay. Is there an option to create a case for reports such as open doors, lost and found, or altercations?
Is there a way to do what? Say that again.
Is there an option to create cases for reports such as open doors, lost and found items, or altercations?
Yes, so mainly for your digital signages, if you have lost and found, if someone has brought a stolen item and has dropped it over at the security office in the mall, you can just put lost and found to begin to broadcast that message on your digital signage. Then the other question that you asked is there a way to create, which other one was that?
Is there a way to, wait, let me, is there a way, is there an option to create a case for reports such as open doors, lost and found, or
okay, open doors
altercation?
is the second one. Yes, open doors.
Okay.
Yeah, open doors. Yes, so when you look at a situation like open door, it is a very sensitive issue. And depending, and this is why we talk about stakeholder collaboration. So for example, you have some retailers that they have a back door, somebody forgot to lock the back door. You cannot broadcast that kind of message on the digital signage. It becomes a heightened security risk. So obviously, there are other ways to do it. For instance, if you're securing a mall, there you could alert the store owners. There is a way to alert the store owners specifically to make sure that, or maybe the store security to make sure that there is an exit or entry point that they need to secure. So this could be found in the notification. So under the centralized notification or communication, you can report an incident of an unlocked door, unsecured door. So because that would also be an incident as well. So we do have incidents reporting tools where you can where security guards can also do that, report. And also, so with these security incident tools, it would go to the right stakeholder, to the right security people, and not general. So you can be very specific in terms of your audience, who gets that message based on the type of incidents that you're reporting, okay? Hope that answers the question. Can we take one more before we round this up?
Yeah, sure. Are those QR code bracelets more like Fitbits or like a arm watch? I think with Fitbits, they mean those small, thin arm bracelets. I don't know what the term in English is, but.
Okay, so are they what, Fitbits?
Yeah, it's called Fitbits. It's basically a fitness tracker. If you walk or something like that, it tracks how much miles you walked.
Oh yes.
And those
so
are usually...
yes. So this QR code bracelet is configurable to be able to track. So mainly this is usually used for where you have kids and you need to majorly check in and check out kids. So the way this works is that this is some people, we do have paper-based QR code systems. We also have a kiosk-based QR code system, but the one for bracelet for kids, mainly we use that for identification when they go in the mall. It is all these QR codes are, what we do in the system is that if you have an event running in the mall, kids are coming, you have 1,000 kids attending the event. We take their parents' name, their parents' email, their parents' detail, okay? And we program it to their QR code. It's already on Lobbybase. So under their profiles, if you're a security person, if you scan the QR code of a kid, of a child, regardless of how old, you can get secondary data, their parents, their numbers, and how to reach them. So if you have kids roaming about in the mall where you have major events like that, if they get to a patrol person or a security team member, once they scan their QR code, you can actually figure out who the parent is and contact them right away. All right, so it looks like we covered this question. So if there are other questions, we can go back to it later and get back to you as needed. So we just wanted to thank you for your time today, for attending the Lobbybase webinar series. And again, we talked about how stakeholder coordination can improve mall security. We looked at some of the risks. We looked at some of the threat. We looked at the people that we need to protect. We also look at the threat areas. But we know that when we work together, when all the security teams work together alongside with the people that they seek to protect, and also with the right tools, which Lobbybase has some majority of the solutions we offer. So with the right tools, you would be able to improve your security outcomes in your mall locations. We hope that you enjoyed this moment and you learned as much as possible that you need to actually take out there, even to begin to execute. Again, our website is lobbybase.com, and you can also find more webinars or previously recorded webinars. If you need us, if you need to get more information, you can reach out to our sales team, and we're just a phone call away. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you soon.